welcome into Bon Appetit. And I don't know if you remember last year, but we have one of our favorite ladies back with us, Melissa Welch. You were just wonderful.
Yep.
And I've got to tell you, she won the Alligator Cook of the Year award at the fair.
For the whole fair.
For the whole fair. And that's a big deal. And Jack, the fair starts when?
October the 8th. It's a Friday night. It goes till the 17th, which is a Sunday.
Okay.
So it's 10 days.
Alligator Whitfield, we are very proud. We have sponsored the cooking section for years because we think families that cook together stay together.
Right.
And we are delighted to have today. This was in the Dippin' It category, and you have got something yummy. So I'm turning this over to you. Tell us what you've done here.
Well, this category required that we use a 1/4 cup of an alligator product in it, and so what I made for my dish was called Sizzling Seafood Dip. And now I'll tell you off to the begin with, crab is a little expensive, but this is for a special occasion or for something you just want. It's worth it. And it's a very simple dip to make, but it's so good. You start out with
now, what size is the crab? Is this?
That's a small size.
I don't mean that's the 8 ounce container, but I'm talking about
crab claws.
Because it's just a claw meat, or
yes, it's all white meat. It's all the sweet white meat in there.
You can get different parts of crab.
You can, but that's the white, that tender white sweet meat that comes out the best part. But it basically has, and you'll get the recipes later. We'll have those available for you. And you start out with 2 tablespoons of butter, and you saute celery, onion, and bell pepper, and you get that going just a little bit. And
to that, pretty color.
It is, and the smell is so good. If you're not hungry, you will be when you start making that. And now to that, you add 1 cup of mayonnaise. A 1/2 cup of cream of mushroom soup that just gives it a little bit of body and a little bit of richness, and then it has
the mushrooms give it a mushroom taste too, which is great.
And that goes with that pairs with the seafood, I think.
Absolutely.
But it also has Parmesan cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, and then I use salad shrimp, and it only takes a cup of those, so you can use those for something else. But you could use any shrimp, long as it's cooked and deveined and cleaned, and then just chop it finely to put in. But that's all you do. You mix this together, and what made it the dipping it category was we had to have a 1/4 cup of something, so you could go sweet or savory. Well, I went with our great Alligator Hot Sauce. Now, it was a 1/4 cup, and you may think that's too much, but it adds so much flavor.
Just right.
And it's so tasty, and it just makes it brings out all the flavors together. So this is baked in an oven. You grease your pan lightly. I have it in a little casserole dish here, and you grease it lightly, and you put it in a 325-degree oven, and it bakes for about 25 to 30 minutes, just until it gets bubbly and good. And then you can serve it with the crackers or pita chips or toast points or even vegetables. But you can make a meal on this. You've got vegetables, you've got meat and protein. It's just really, really wonderful.
You could serve that with celery sticks or carrot sticks. You could. Or, if you want to try to move toward a little bit more healthy in that.
Yes.
But it's easy. Again, Melissa, these are so good and so easy.
The salad shrimp, just that's a smaller size shrimp.
It's a tiny little shrimp,
but then you've taken it, even though it's smaller, and then you still cut it?
I cut it. I chopped it finely.
And it's nice because then you're going to get just about with every, you're going to get a taste of shrimp with every taste of
and the crab with the 8 ounce crab. And I'll say that crab runs about $12 for that little container. But it's really good, and it adds so much flavor and texture. And you want to add the crab meat right at the end and just lightly stir because you don't want to tear that crab up. It's really tender.
That's important. Thank you. That is a big tip.
And when you get the recipe, that's written in there, right?
It is.
We'll put a big star at that point.
Because honestly, that's the trick that Grandma didn't tell you. Those are the little tips that just put it in at the last and don't break it up just lightly. So thank you, because you always do that.
Well, we try to. This is one that is really good for like a special occasion, an anniversary, or even Christmas, something that you bring out that you might not use all the time. But it's a really good dip, and it won a prize. They liked it.
That's the one you don't put the little card in front of it saying what's in it, because everybody will go whoop.
Yeah.
They'd be all over.
All right, somebody, we got to take a look at this.
Okay.
Oh wow, the texture is great.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Yep.
Look at that. That is perfect.
Well, you basically, with everything cut small like that, you get a taste of just about everything in a bite. You get the peppers and the celery, which adds just a tiny little bit of crunch, and then you get the crab and the shrimp, which it balances really nicely.
Well, great. Melissa, thank you again. We're so happy to have you back again
glad
this
to be
year.
back.
When I looked at the list and I saw that you had won a number of things, this is great because you're a great interview.
Well, thank you.
And just remember this, it's right around the corner, the Alabama National Fair. It's going to start in about a month. Basically it's on the 8th to the 17th. If you still want to enter cooking, go to their website. You'll get all the information about how you too can be a winner at the Alabama National Fair. And we'll be right back right after this.